Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A pickup of 17. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Going deep here for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. George Pickens the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields with a chance to run it here. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, son.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Back to Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Here we go, son.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Working quickly here.
For Las Vegas, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Genty is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10. Off the play fake. Hits Prescott. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's third and long. Third and long for him here. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Offense to the line fast.
A 14-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Blue. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's some great field position.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Throwing on first down. Fields taking a chance to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
This is Genty on second. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just a big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Brought in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. Right.
Genty. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All set to go now from the 35. Throwing on first is Prescott. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. Now, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get 22 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Prescott on 1st and 10. On screen here to Blue. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Dak out of the pistol. That one connects. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Mostert on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10.
Here we go. Start, ball, start. Start.
Play action now. It's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, start.
Play action, Fields. Lobs this deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Don't jump. Ready? 58, which is that? Go.
Genty scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get some late points in the lead. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
41, Cowboys 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Blue on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Prescott here from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
After such a magnificent run, quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back now.
And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Pickens, the motion man right. Back to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
He's going to push one deep down the right. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10.
Here we go, son. 19 seconds. Hey, pass. All right.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Here we go, son.
Off play action. It's Fields. That's complete to the back. Ashton Genty. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go, son. Go.
Fields on first down. That's taken in by Tucker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Has him running the comeback. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
3:19, guys. West right zip. All right.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Right.
A pistol snap. Fields. It's a screen play to Genty. Room inside the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A 3rd down run with Blue. Shoots away from one. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
From the gun is Prescott. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
They give on 2nd here to Blue. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And a Cowboy first down.
From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 16-yard line.
Up the middle, Blue. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Prescott now on 3rd and 1. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Raiders get to it! And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field. All right, so we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go. All right.
Looks like a design keeper here for Fields. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
On this up.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And off to Genty. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Savon Rebel on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Here we go, set.
Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. First and 10. Prescott out of his end zone. That's Lamb running the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Buying some time left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Prescott now to throw on third down. That is caught. He's got Lamb. He's going to have them up to that 23. He goes to the hurry up here.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Drew here from the pistol. Pushing it up past the 30. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Cowboys trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is second and 16.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak off the play fake. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46.
26 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of
First and 10, Prescott.
First down, Cowboys.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing again is Dak. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the fourth quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
They're going to pass it here. Rolling left side, Bowers has it. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
10 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green 19, can I see that? Yeah.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Here we go. Can I? Sorry.
Fields now on 4th. Escapes his grasp. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Cowboys 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running back motions right. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. And he's got a free play here. Trying to push deep downfield. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. After the penalty, just 4 yards to go here on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
From the red zone on 1st. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Shaq Thompson. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot, test, fight shot. Green 19, go.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Now Fields. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw.
Here we go.
And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home.